While our wireless CarPlay and Android Auto MMI Prime or Pro will give you the most features if your BMW has a head unit where CarPlay can be activated, but you don't have a Wi-Fi antenna, well, this video will show you how to install one. Welcome back, I'm Dylan with Beamer Tech, and today we're going to be showing you 3 ways on how to install this Wi-Fi antenna in your BMW once you have Apple CarPlay activated. Now, all of these methods do work just fine. 2 of them are going to be faster, and 1, while it takes more time, has the potential to keep this antenna closer to your phone, which is always the better option, allowing for the best connection possible.
This installation will apply to those of you with EntryNav Evo or NBT Evo head units in your BMW. To find out if your BMW is compatible with the upgrade and our Apple CarPlay activation coding, enter your VIN on our site or reach out to our sales team via chat on our site or by calling, and they will get you hooked up with what you need. It's important to note that if your antenna is not installed correctly, such as just throwing it behind your head unit, you will not get a good connection with your phone, and you most likely won't be able to connect to Apple CarPlay at all.
Today we'll be showing you these methods on our F30, but the same principle applies to many BMWs with compatible head units. Take off some trim, plug this into the back of your head unit, and then stick the antenna in a convenient and optimal location for the best connection possible to your phone. Now, all of this you can do yourself with our DIY Essentials Kit and Trim Toolkit, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can find one of our certified installers near you. We have them in about 30 countries around the world. And don't forget, if you're in the Orlando, Florida area, well then stop on by and we can do it for you. But without further ado, Jarrett is going to install this Wi-Fi antenna 3 different ways on this F30. Jarrett, take it away.
The first step before dealing with anything electronic is to disconnect your battery. Open your trunk and tie a towel around your trunk latch to prevent it from locking if it closes. Next, pull off this panel and with a 10mm socket, remove the negative battery terminal and set it aside. Since all of the methods involve you needing to get to your head unit, start by removing this trim here with a Beamer Tech trim tool. Disconnect this connector by pulling, and this one by pinching and pulling. It may help to push the buttons forward. Use a trim tool to remove this lower trim and disconnect the light. We have our illuminated Beamer Tech AC control surround trim in this vehicle, so this connector may look different. Remove these 4 T20 screws around the trim. Unplug it and set it aside. Remove the 2 T20 screws holding the head unit in place. Slide the head unit out. There is no need to unplug anything but locate this connector right here. That is where the antenna will go. Jarrett did remove this one just to make showing it a little easier, but it's not needed. Simply snap the antenna connector down onto it until it snaps. Now let's cover a few different places to mount the Wi-Fi antenna. The first option is above the head unit right below the AC vents. All you have to do is feed it up here and tape it in place. That's it! Slide the head unit back in, reassemble, and you're done. For method 2, have the head unit back in place and tape the antenna onto the front of the head unit and tuck away the cable. Again, you want to make sure the antenna is not behind the head unit. That will lead to connectivity issues. The last method will lead you to the best connection since it will be closer to your phone, but does involve removing the center console. Let's get started. First, open your center console and use a trim tool to carefully remove the trim piece here. Disconnect the iDrive controller and set it aside. Next, use a trim tool to remove the shifter surround trim. Remove the 4 T20 screws holding the shifter down. Lift up the shifter. And pinch the sides of the connector to remove it. This button cluster is normally much harder to pop out, but since this one has been removed so many times, it's a little worn down. Once you do have it removed, pinch the sides of the connector to pull it free. Next, remove these 2 T20 screws. And pop out this black trim. Remove this connector by pulling. Disconnect this by pinching in the sides. With the trim tool, pop free this wiring harness. Remove this connector by pulling. Now we'll need to move to the back of the center console, so if you need to move your seats forward, temporarily reconnect your battery, but don't forget to disconnect it again after. With the trim tool, remove this cover panel like so. Remove the 2 connectors by pulling. Remove these 2 connectors by pulling as well. If any of them are tight, a pick tool may help. Remove the 2 10mm nuts. Back up front, lift the center console cover, and use a trim tool to remove the parking brake cover. Slide it up and over. Make sure the parking brake is all the way up for removal. While this is open, use a trim tool to pop out the USB aux plate and remove the 2 connectors by pulling and then pinching and pulling. At the front of the center console, remove these 3 T20 screws. Remove these 3 bolts here. Now we can remove the center console. Slide it back, and then articulate it up and out. Carefully remove it. With the console removed, run the antenna down under the head unit like so. Make sure you leave enough slack in the antenna cable to be able to remove the head unit should you need to in the future for whatever reason. Secure the antenna lead to this existing factory harness. Here is about where it will live. Now it's time for reassembly. Grab your center console and slide it into place like so, front first. Make sure no cables are pinched and that they're all in the correct locations. and then slide it forward. Reinstall the 3 T20 screws. Reinstall the 3 bolts. Reinstall the 2 nuts in the back. Plug back in these 2 connectors. Plug back in and reinstall the rear cover panel. Plug back in and reinstall the USB aux panel. Slide back over the parking brake cover and snap it back into place. We re-added the cable tie upgrade. Reconnect this harness. Take this moment to make sure the antenna is secure and won't risk sliding away. Snap this harness retainer back in place. Grab the black panel, plug it in, and snap it back into place. Plug back in the shifter and reinstall the screws. Reinstall the 2 screws for the black plastic trim. Plug back in and reinstall the buttons. Plug back in and reinstall the iDrive controller and trim. Reinstall the shifter surround. Reinstall the screws on the head unit. Plug back in and reinstall the controls. Reinstall the 4 screws. Plug back in and reinstall the lower panel. Finally, plug back in and snap in the upper trim panel. Reconnect your battery and you're done.
And that is how you install a Wi-Fi antenna in your BMW to be able to connect to Apple CarPlay. Want one of these for your BMW? Head on over to our website and enter your VIN. Have any more questions about the antenna? Reach out to our support team via chat on our website or by calling. Already have the antenna and have any questions about the install or anything like that? Reach out to our support team with your order number and they will be eager to assist. But as always, for more tips and tricks, product reviews, and so much more for BMWs, Mini Supers, and now Teslas, make sure you subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell. Want to know what's happening first? Head on over to our website and sign up for our newsletter. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as well. Thanks for watching.